Good morning and welcome. I'm Celeste and this is my YouTube channel, Celeste Creates. Today is Tuesday, February 14th, 2023. Happy Valentine's Day and welcome to FlossTube number 49. Man, we're getting really close to 50. It's pretty exciting. Happy Valentine's Day, like I said. Here in the United States, we get to celebrate that. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here to talk all things cross stitch and other things as well, right? And if you are a returning viewer and subscriber, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I would love it if you would subscribe and follow me here and get a little notice when I have a new video out. And I just really appreciate all your comments. Just love reading them, love all the encouragement that I receive. So thank you very, very much. Today is Valentine's Day. We don't have lots of big special plans. I think my husband and I are going to go do a little something tonight, but pretty low key. And actually we're going to be going up to church because there's a special speaker this evening for our parish mission, and then go get a quick dinner and then return back to church for our scheduled time of adoration. So that's our Valentine's Day and it sounds wonderful to me. So we are busy February and January, just kind of get busy and full and a lot of activities. We went to a wedding this past weekend, the daughter of some of our dearest friends, and it was just a fabulous wedding. They are just such a happy, holy, fun couple, and it was just a real privilege and a joy to be there to celebrate with them. And we've had, my son had a robotics tournament, and one of my sons was flying up to Kansas to compete for a scholarship at Benedictine. So we've just been all over the place, and but we're doing really great. And I'm just happy to be here every day, right? So let's get started. A little bit to show you. I thought the first thing I would show you would be, one is the thing that I FFO'd since I last saw you. I know I finished this, My Heart is Home. This is a Blackbird chart. Let me see if I can find it, hold on. Okay, so here it is, My Heart is Home. It is number 2 in the Tender Heart series from Blackbird Designs. I stitched this. This was the Saturday Stitchers and I, when we got together recently, we all decided to stitch a Blackbird heart, and this was the one that I chose. I finished it before I filmed my last FlossTube, but I FFO'd it after that. So here is my FFO, and I did, this was a mystery linen, mystery linen, and then I, oh no, actually it wasn't. This is just Zweigart limestone, a little piece of limestone that I had. And I did some antiquing spray. Okay, I still got stuff on it. But antiquing spray on it when I was done, just to give it a little, wasn't so bright. I stitched it with the called for colors. It was just 2. Really fun to stitch. And I put our initial there, H, for our last name. And then 98, the year we were married. So, backed it in some Lady Dot Creates Velveteen. That really pretty color. I forget which one that is. And actually this ribbon is kind of, you know, I did the back opening and then I stitched it closed, and I didn't like how I did it. So I just figured out a way to kind of cover it up and still do a nice finish. So this is just some pretty lace I have probably from Hobby Lobby, and a few little buttons, a little glass one that I put on there. And then from the front you see the little bow and these tails coming out behind it. So I'm just kind of a I call it a happy-go-lucky kind of finisher, because I don't ever really have a big plan, and sometimes things just happen, and this is what happened. So I'm really happy to have it done though, and I do love how it turned out, and enjoying displaying that. I have a little aqua cabinet near our family room and eating area, and I'll kind of do some small seasonal displays there. And right now that's Valentine's Day, which I think I'll keep out till the end of the month. And then I think I'll switch it out to something else. So that is on that cabinet. I have a quilt. I think I have a picture of the whole thing. I'll insert a picture right here. So just a few little odds and ends for Valentine's Day. I don't have a ton. This is one that I did last year. This is on some sanguine linen. I don't know what color. This was from a bigger Blackbird sampler, and I just did the heart. Backed it with some really sweet, there's always fuzz, and some of that, what is this, a little, not silk, it's anyway, ribbon, but I just love it. It's a Lady Dot Creates as well, and that hangs on a little post down there, so I have that. Then I have some little odds and ends, and then I think 2 years ago I did this pillow, Token of Love, and I totally forget who this was. I should be better prepared, shouldn't I? I will include this in the show notes down below, but this is one of the few things that I've actually done with silk. I'm not a big silk fan, so I love this. I think it's beautiful. And that one I covered up with the felt heart. So those are just a few of the little stitch pieces that I have downstairs for my Valentine display. And maybe every year I'll add 1 or 2 things. Of course, then I'm gonna outgrow my aqua colored table, but we'll see. We'll stuff it in there. So that I have done. And then I had hoped to, this is something I worked a little bit on, I'd hoped to have this one done to add to the display, but I just haven't been able to get it done. It's called A Little Bit French. This is just my copy, you can't really even see it. It is from the Blackbird Designs Ooh La La book, and I'm stitching that. I just thought it would be a little red sampler that I could put out for Valentine's Day or just add to some other displays throughout the year. And I am stitching it with Barn Door from Classic Colorworks and a piece of mystery linen. And here's how far I've made it. So I really only got, I've got a row of letters and numbers and then another row. So I really only got 2 more rows to go and then I'll be done. There's an outside border that goes all the way around, but I think I'm gonna leave that off. And then I don't know if I'm gonna frame it or what, but I really like that. So that's called A Little Bit French from Blackbird's Design. I cannot speak this morning. Blackbird Designs, and that's the Ooh La La book. Really sweet and simple to be working on now. So I was hoping to have that done, but maybe I'll have it done before the end of the month, since I'm going to be leaving my Valentine's Day out until then. So who knows? All right, so also, since I last saw you, which I think was at the end of January, right? Yeah, it was January 31st. I did my last one. So I'm really proud of myself because this makes 2 weeks. I did those couple things, and then I can show you the things that I have been working on. I've had no finishes in the last 2 weeks, which is just fine. I'm okay with that. Because I'm just loving all the things I have working on. All right, so what I want to show you is I posted this on Instagram and was laughing because, I don't know, I just pulled out, I think I had been watching, is it the Antique Needleworkers, and they had shown a particular Brenda Gervais chart, and I was like, oh, I have that one. I need to go look at that. So then you pull out all your Brenda Gervais charts that you haven't stitched, and you start looking at those, and then you want to stitch all of them. So I posted a picture on Instagram of 4 charts from With Thy Needle and Thread, and I was like, I just want to stitch all of these all at once. Does anybody ever feel that way? Of course, many of you responded yes all the time. So here are the other three that I put out and did not choose to start just yet, but they may be in the near future. One of them is Brick House Sampler. I love that. think they did a little stitch along with this not too long ago, and it's really pretty. So that's on the short list. Another one, and I just love that I can get these charts that have been out for a while on her website, countrystitchesonline.com. And so this, like this one here is a 2014. That was 2018, but this is a 2014 chart, and it's just beautiful. I'm gonna take it out because I just don't think we can see it too well. Okay, make sure. This is called Sampler Hill. I love that. Look at that. So that's on the short list. I really love that. Look at the beehive up there with the bees. Don't we need to stitch that? So that's another one that I had put in that picture. Then the last one, I don't remember how I happened upon this one, but it's just so pretty. I'll take this one out too. This one is also an older one, I think. Look. Yes, this is also 2014. And this is called Heart of the Home Sampler. Look at that. Is that just beautiful? It reminds me a little bit, especially this right here, of her recent one, Redbird Sampler. But I love that too. There's another beehive with all the little bees swarming around it. I love the border. She just has some of the most beautiful borders. I just love that. And that blue, all the blues, really pretty. Really, really pretty. What blues are those? Let's see. Let's see, we've got a sea foam, sea spray, I bet, summer meadow. I don't know which other ones. But I just think it's beautiful. So that also is on the short list of ones that need to be started as the whip count continues to go up and up. Okay, but the other one that I included in the photo was this one, and this is the one that they had shown on the Antique Needleworkers, Faith of the Heart, which is from, I don't know, 2017, so it's not as old. And won't these, I mean, look at those together. Would this be beautiful together? So anyway, this is the one that I decided to start, and I'm loving it already. So I pulled the colors for this one that were listed, and the reds looked very orangey. I just wasn't really happy. I really wanted it to look, I don't know, a little redder and pinker. The birds' light color was Mountain Mist, which I do love, but I just didn't want that color. It just didn't look like the picture. So I decided to make a few color changes. So getting a little bolder as I get further along in my stitching. And so I made a few changes. Instead of Mountain Mist, I'm using Rain Shower. Then she had some Valdanis, which I really just didn't want to buy any. I don't have Valdanis, and I didn't really want to spend money purchasing those right now. So this is some of the place where I made my color changes too, because they seemed pretty orangey. So there's a Valdani Khaki Olive, and I'm using Weeks Dye Works Pamlico. I think that's how you say it. For Valdani Brick Medium, I'm using Weeks Dye Works Brick. For the Valdani Faded Rest Dark, I'm using Tennessee Red Clay. And then for the other Valdani Terracotta Twist, I'm using Baked Apple. If you would like me to send you the changes I made, just let me know. I know I sent a picture to someone on Instagram. And so here are my colors all together. And they make me really happy. Not the whole idea here, right? So kept that darker blues, Brethren Blue, but I paired with it this Rain Shower, and I love that. And you can see, you know, the reds are just a little redder and pinkier, so I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So those are my colors, and this is my progress so far. This is a beautiful piece of linen. This is 36 count platina from my favorite Tropical Stitches. Isn't that pretty? Hold on. Yeah, that's, lighting is hard. Well, especially on a cloudy day. Anyway, here we go. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm really loving this. Really, really enjoying that. So I will keep working on that. And it's not terribly big, but really enjoyable. So I've been working on that. What else did I work on? Let's see. All right. I am preparing a sampler for our 25th wedding anniversary this year in July, and so I will work on that. I've committed to work on that on the 11th of every month at least. I think probably by the time I get closer to July 11th, I might have to pick up the pace a little bit and work a little more than just on the 11th, but right now it's good. And it's a great project because it gives me an opportunity to do some fill-in. All right, so I showed you this book last time. This is a recent publication from Teresa Kogut called Let Love Reign. And this is the little sampler I chose for our anniversary, because it has this wonderful quote from Mother Teresa, Saint Mother Teresa on it, which says, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. So that is just perfect for us. And so I am working on that using all the called for colors. I think, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I made any changes. So real, you know, not usually my color palette really, but very pretty. Blues and browns, and it'll be lovely. So working on that. This is a piece of Tropical Stitches linen as well. Let me see. It is beautiful. It is, oh, did I start that? I think I did. Love Your Family. This is 36 count Cattery by Tropical Stitches. Cattery is a saint, an Indian saint, Saint Cattery Tekakwitha, and I love this linen. So this is Cattery, and I'm just having a hard time with the lighting today, so forgive me. And so in the car on Saturday on the way to the wedding, 2 hours away, this was perfect. It was the 11th, and I was able to work on this. I did mostly just, I finished the roof and the little chimneys there, and then filled in all that house part. So it is coming along, and I really love it, and it will be really special to have it done for our anniversary. So don't let this one get away from me. I need to be paying attention and pick up the pace once it gets closer. All right, the other thing I pulled out recently last week, if you watch my sweet friend, I'm sure you do, Christy from Crosshatch Quilts. She and I have known each other a good while now, and love a lot of the same things. And on her last FlossTube, Christy said that she was pulling out Mary bars. It was one of the ones she was going to work on. And so I told her, I said, well, when you pull it out, give me a text or a message, and I will pull mine out too, because I really want to work on it, and it's been calling to me. So this is the chart I'm talking about. It's called Mary Bars from Stacy Nash. Beautiful big sampler. Me and big samplers. It's only 328 by 355. It's more square than I think it looks here. If you watch Carol Saltbox Stitcher, hers is hanging up right now behind her when she's filming, and you can see there how much more square it looks, and it's so pretty. So I pulled that out last week and maybe worked like 4 days on it. Christy is being very diligent and has gotten her border completely done and is working on her house, and I haven't. I've been doing fun stuff. So This is my grouping of colors here. You use a lot of Schneckly. And I just love those beautiful pinks. Aren't they pretty? Look at that. So what are those? Let's see. We have got, sand is really beautiful. It's kind of a beigey pink and it's so pretty. Sanguine, I love sanguine. Baked apple. Brick, so similar to some of the ones, I wonder why, that I picked for that with thy needle and thread. Charlotte's pink and cranberry ice. Oh, so beautiful. I'm stitching mine on 36 count light mocha, which is really pretty. And here is what I've done. So I think when I had left off, I had done just a little bit of this motif. So I finished this motif. I stitched all of this motif, started this because I had some thread. I did that motif and I did that motif. Oh, hard to see. I'm so sorry. That's better. Aren't they pretty? So I'm going to keep working on her too because I just love the sampler and really want to have that done someday. And maybe next time I'll be a good girl and work on some of the border. It's not a hard border. I just wanted to do fun things. So love that. I don't know, Christy, are you gonna finish yours this year? I don't know, gotta let me know. All right, probably the one that I have worked on the most since I last saw you, and I am absolutely loving it. Absolutely. I'm so in love. Yeah. It is the, sorry, that was, Brayden was walking in the room and I wanted to look at him and say hi. 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 I think somebody had pointed out this particular sampler to Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim. I have to remember to get her name all straight now, but and pointed it out to her because it had this beautiful bird and multiple birds really in its nest, and it's Clemence Jauneau 18 something. I'll put a picture of her right here. It is a beautiful, beautiful chart by Color Torturel, which you can buy a PDF of on Creative Puppy website. And so for sure, I'm sure there's other people working on it, but I know Kim and April _heirlooms, and I are all stitching the beautiful birds in the nest with the greenery around it. So we're just doing that center motif. I might do some of those birds later on, but I really want to do this as is, and hopefully I can find a frame, a round frame at the antique store. I'm pretty sure I can. I bet it's out there. I know I've seen them before. So I am stitching this. I started this right after I saw y'all, or no, right before I started, did my last video. This is on a 36 count mystery linen that I picked up from Tropical Stitches, and it's beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at that linen. Isn't it pretty? And then there's my stitching. It is so much fun. It is such a joy to stitch. I absolutely love it. I can't wait for this to be done. So I really keep getting called back to this one. And the colors are beautiful. It's just so much fun. So yeah, let me know if you are joining us on this one and enjoying it as much as I am. So it's all DMC and just really beautiful. So that one kind of has my heart right now, and I'm really enjoying it. So that is what I've been working on in the last 2 weeks. All this stuff everywhere. So I think real soon I am that aqua cabinet I was telling you about that has my Valentine Day stuff on it. I went to switch it out at the beginning of March. I'm not quite ready. I won't be ready to decorate for Easter just right yet, I don't think. We'll see. But I am going to do what I did last year. And on that aqua cabinet, I'm going to put my display of chicks, which I just love. So I know I have a couple of, do I have one chick stitch or two? I don't know. I can't remember. But I'd like to add some more. I thought I had one of the Brenda Gervais ones, and I don't need to be ordering anything, but it would sure be cute down there. So we'll see. But something I will pull out, and I think the first one I could do, I'd love to do several of these. I fell in love with these Prairie Schoolers. Yes, I did say once upon a time that I don't like Prairie Schooler and I really won't stitch any. Remember my, oh, never say never, Celeste. Okay, so these are 2 books. These were done in 2003. This is book number 107, Just Hatched. I love those eggs. Really, I could stitch, this would be fun to stitch right now because I have chickens out on my tiered tray. That would be a fun one. But probably the first one I'll do is this cute one here. Oh, so cute. I wonder if I could do that on some aqua linen. We'll see. But I'm gonna do those little chickies there. And then here's the other one. This is Farm Fresh, and it's book number 108. So 107 and 108. But I just love those. I gotta do that. They're just so cute. Anyway, so those are on my list to do, to add. For sure that one little one with the little chicks, to add that to my chick display. So love that. I think those are all the plans I have. I just want to keep working on all the things. There's my basket downstairs that has a bunch of samplers in it, and I love them all, and I want to stitch them all, like I said, all at once. I haven't done any crocheting in the last week or so. There is a beautiful blanket on Instagram that I'm hoping she'll put the pattern out for soon, because I have some yarn and I kind of would like to start that. I've enjoyed making shawls, but I'm thinking I'm not a shawl person. It just doesn't get cold enough here, and I don't like to be hot, and so they aren't gonna get much wear. So I've made a couple. They're really fun. I like the ones I made, but I don't think I want to make a bajillion shawls for the Houston, Texas weather. So let's see, what else do I want to share with you today? I love, I think I've talked before, I have like when I made that cute little drum for Christmas, it was the 3 Little House Needleworks shops, and one was the quilt shop, because that's one of my favorite things to do is quilt, and I have been doing some quilting. I put the needlework shop because that's one of my other favorite things, and then the third one was a bookstore, because my 3 favorite things, other than, you know, my faith and Jesus and scripture, is cross-stitch, quilting, and reading. Those are my favorite things to do. So I thought today, I had picked up a book recently, and I want to kind of, if you don't know about this author, I'm going to introduce you to her, because this is my daughter's book that I bought her for Christmas, and thankfully she finished it before she left to go back to college so I could read it. This is her most recent book, but my daughter and I have read all of her books, and we absolutely love them. This is her 6th book. Her name, so here, I guess I could show it to you, couldn't I? This is her most recent one. It's called The Lost Melody. Joanna Davidson Politano, I'm not sure. This is called The Lost Melody. And this is the one I'm currently reading, her most recent book. Every book that she has written, we have just loved. Lady Jane Disappears, A Rumored Fortune, Finding Lady Enderley, The Love Note, A Midnight Dance, and The Lost Melody is this one. So if you're looking for a good read, I recommend all her books. And this is the one I'm currently reading, called The Lost Melody. And if you ever want to follow me on Goodreads, I'm out there. I can't remember if I'm just Celeste or Celeste Creates. Anyway, I'm out there. And you can see what I've been reading. I've been listening to a lot of the Elm Creek Quilts book series. I've been listening to those. I get those from the library on my phone, and listening to those, and been really enjoying that series. So those are my book recommendations. So now I think most of what I have left is just the giveaway. And so I am so totally like surprised, because you do not know, well no, you probably do know if you keep watching me, how many times I've tried to give away Consider the Lilies. So I gave it away again last time. I announced the winner last time, and I've commented on her comment, and I still haven't heard from her. So I'm going to give this particular person one more opportunity this time to contact me to claim your prize, Consider the Lilies, and if not, I will draw another time next video. So I'm going to put her name again up here. I think it's Denise. And so if you are watching, please contact me if you'd like to accept your prize. All right, last time I had a little giveaway, and I asked you to tell me in your comment what you savor, and so I really enjoyed reading all your comments, and really sweet, and I can agree with just all of them, other than spending time with grandkids, because I don't have grandkids yet, but I'm sure I will. When I have them, I know I will savor that too. So I had these two charts to give away from Luminous Fiber Arts, Savor Every Stitch, and a Robin's Discovery, both of them. This would be so sweet for spring and Easter, and then loving that for all year round. And so your word was savor, and so the winner for this is I will comment on your comment, and you can email me and let me know what your address is, and I will get these to you. So I don't have a particular scripture or thought for today, but it's just love, and thinking about scriptures that say that God is love, and we will not know true peace and true happiness unless we know God's love. And God showed his love for us, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever should believe in him should not perish but have eternal life. And so that is love. Love is the Father offering his Son on the cross for our salvation. And that is love's perfection. And it is sacrificial love. And that's the hardest kind of love. And every day I try to live that kind of love. And it's very hard. It's very hard. But I'm so thankful that God is with me, and he is supporting me. He's encouraging me on this journey of love and learning how to love like he loves. So with that, happy Valentine's Day. I can't wait to see you again. And hit that subscribe and like, and I will be back in another couple of weeks to show you what I've been working on. Maybe by then I'll have another finish. We'll see. God bless you, and I'll see you soon.